Hello everybody. What I want to talk about is based on the treatment being given to the children that were kidnapped in Oyo State about a few days ago. We have seen how they beheaded Mr. Michael Oyedeokun. The whole world has gone ahead as if nothing happened. Now look at the picture that I cropped on this video. This is how badly injured these monsters have dealt with these poor children. And for what it's worth, the living conditions of these children, even before they were kidnapped, the living conditions of their parents, it's nothing short of, there's no word to describe it. But the same politicians who are stealing public funds in tunes of billions, whose children throw parties abroad, they do whatever, have access to drugs and whatever, they are the same people who are now coming out and agreeing and testifying to the fact that they raised these terrorists who are killing us in Nigeria. But before I go back home, if any European country is witnessing 1/4 of what Nigeria is witnessing today, expectedly, in a very swift manner, European Union will have expended everything in their possession to make sure that such terrorists are located and dealt with. Then I ask this question today: African Union, United Nations, ECOWAS, Organization of African Unity, African leaders, why are you all quiet and not even declaring the occurrence in Nigeria has a steady war going on and killing Africans? Because this is all about Nigerians again. Is it that there are some foreign organizations, there are some foreign entities who feel that they own the world, who are putting money into your pockets, and this money coming into your pockets is hindering you from allowing your conscience to do that which you should be doing? Yes, considering the leaders that we've had from time immemorial, that we Nigerians put in place, we know that we do not deserve that. Okay, maybe people should look at our direction from the bad names we've given ourselves on what scale. But come on guys, today it might be the turn of Nigerians. Congo has always been there, terrorized, and a lot of things going on. Kenya is not at peace. South Africa killing other African nationals. But whose turn will it be tomorrow? The money that you people are being paid to look the other direction. When you are in those sick beds, what will your conscience be telling you? Let me come back home. Nigerian leaders, the Senate president will use the police, army, whatever, to run after women who are exposing him. But the Senate president, that in the history of Nigeria is the most useless entity, has been keeping quiet when it comes to all this terrorism going on our soil. How did we get here, you guys? Look at how these children have been beaten like animals. Even animals should not be treated like this. These are small children, for crying out loud. And some people who think they are powerful, they are somewhere tapping their fingers and giving orders that this kind of wickedness should be measured out on a people. It is so sad. It is highly unwarranted. And we have called for the resignation of this monster who calls himself Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because if a president who doesn't have cockroaches in his cupboard, a president who does not have all those evil secrets that can make him end in jail, then the question all of us should be asking in Nigeria is this: why is it that a president will have at his disposal the Nigerian Army, police, we have the Air Force, we have the Navy, the naval officers? Why are these people not sensitized to go after these terrorists? Then I ask, if somebody calls out the government officials, you good for nothing entities will use the person's picture, you use the person's phone, you use the person's whatever to locate him or her, to put such a person in jail, all in the name of cyberbullying, cyber whatever. But here are terrorists on our soil, even doing live video, how they behead, how they rape, how they kill in hundreds. You bastards and morons in government will never use all forms of available intelligence to locate these monsters, because you raised them, you brought them into Nigeria. All because you have to be in power at all costs. I will say this in rounding up. If there is anything, anyone who is involved in this massacre, in this ongoing terrorism in Nigeria, no matter how little the contribution is, anything whatsoever that any one of you might be depending on as source of happiness, a source of joy, those things will be cut short from today. All of you will never know peace whatsoever. That you could look at small children like this. If we had government who are like you people, government officials in power who are like you monsters, would you have grown up to become this evil? That is my question. It is an eyesore. It is heartbreaking. It is heart-wrenching. It is highly depressing. But what do I know? That Nigerians that we speak up for, they go on pages where indecent, immodest, disgusting things are being posted to go and speak in tongues under there. We raised a petition that even United Nations will have looked into it if the petition had gotten very good number of signatures. But Nigerians are not worried. But when it comes to two people fighting, or somebody who calls himself human rights, and a lot of rubbish going on in Nigeria, that is where you see Nigerians. And for what it's worth, in summary, we deserve worse than this, no matter how you want to see it. No matter how you want to see it. We deserve worse as a people. I won't say much more than that. But the blood of those children will be asking every one of you. It will be judging you. It will be judging your children wherever they are on this planet Earth. And all of you will never know any form of peace again in your lives.